I think, and this is what I think, because you mentioned it earlier, they're freeing up Sami. Sami Zayn and Jey Uso beat Balor and McDonough on Raw like 2 weeks ago. So they might challenge for the tag team titles and then
move the belts into the bloodline, stuff.
Stuff.
Okay, so it'll be like tag team titles versus tag team titles sort of thing, because the bloodline have one too, right?
I don't know how they're gonna do that. I mean, obviously, if you're putting Sami and Jey together, that's the plan. You put them back in that bloodline because obviously Jey was gonna get into it at some point, but the fact that they might bring Sami too is very interesting as the honor.
But the thing that I'm hoping that, because they don't with the bloodline stuff, they don't need the belts. They don't. It's a hot enough storyline that it could all be worked around. No belts needed. I felt like they wanted to put a belt on the new Judgment Day to be like, look how strong these guys are, because you knew he wasn't going to take the belt off Cody.
No.
Like, that wasn't going to happen. But I don't know if they could drop them. I don't know what's going to happen either with
they might challenge for them and then they just screw them out of nowhere.
Right, exactly. And then God, why is his name? He's slipping my the werewolf. Oh my God, why is it
Jacob Fatu?
Fatu, I'm worried. Do you think it's a work?
Mm-mm.
No, it's real.
So there was a picture of him the next day in a walking boot.
See, but I felt like
they haven't announced if he's going to be out for a while, because he's the game changer in this whole thing.
He needs to be involved.
He's the game changer in the entire thing. I think it was weird that when Roman returned, he wasn't involved physically. I think
that it's a work, and he's in the walking boot selling it off. Because I watched that leap so many times. He looks like he hits it pretty clean. Not maybe a little bit of shin to the corner of the table, but I feel like that's where you hit every time, and the whole thing's falling apart. I feel like it was clean. I think that it was to keep Fatu away from Roman so that he could spear the shit out of Solo and end the match. Like, it's over, no Fatu to save him, and then it'll build. Like, I think that they're going to sell this idea that he's hurt, and then he's going to come out, lose the walking boot, and put a beat down on somebody.
And here's the thing. We can actually debate this in this era. Like, if this was Vince McMahon booking, I'd be like, I think he legitimately got hurt and they had to audible. We're like, everything counts in this era with Paul Levesque and Triple H. Like, you have to really be paying attention to every little detail.
Because he's a storyteller, man.
Everything has been long-term, but like the whole Judgment Day stuff started back at WrestleMania.
Crazy.
This whole bloodline thing with Solo, even dating back to SmackDown at the WrestleMania, and it's built up, and we've seen all of these debuts, and I'm very excited to see what happens moving forward.